Hola, my name is Amy and I am from Colorado. I have been with BaseLang for a few months now, and I just really wanted to put together a little review of my honest feedback about the program. So I'm a teacher, and my passion are students who are learning English as a second or third or fourth language. And so the reason I really wanted to learn Spanish was because a lot of the families in our community, Spanish is their first language. And I wanted to be able to communicate with them and help them feel valued and comfortable in our schools and in our town. And to do that, you just have to be able to speak the language. That was my passion, and that was what was driving me. And so I started Duolingo. So I thought, well, it's free, and so there's nothing to lose there. So I did Duolingo for about a year, and it gave a good overview, it gave some good vocabulary, it gave, you could kind of learn the grammar and sentence structure kind of through example, but there's no real instruction on it. And so if you have a question about something, you can Google it and, figure it out. But it was, kind of more just self-directed learning, which has its place. But to be fluent, it wasn't going to cut it. It also really lacked anything in the speaking component, and listening to more than just like one sentence at a time. And so I knew I needed to do more, and so I really researched a lot, and really I was reading reviews like crazy, really trying to figure out what is a good program out there for the money. I have 5 boys, and I'm a teacher, and so I'm busy, and I don't have a lot of extra money around, and so I couldn't take off for an in-country visit for a couple months or 3 months or whatever. So I really needed something that was going to be a good bang for my buck. So that's what I was really looking for when I started with BaseLang. So when I saw it, it had great reviews, and I thought, okay, well, I don't know. I was still hesitant just because of cost to even attempt it. I didn't really know or understand how it would work. So, but I could try it for $1. So I thought there is nothing to lose here. So I decided to try it. And in that week, I said, okay, for $1, I'm going to take as many classes as I can and really get my dollar's worth and really see, okay, how does this fit into my life? How does this fit into my day? How, will I actually end up using that? And truly, from the first class, I knew I was going to really love it. It has all the different components, all the four language domains. So there's reading on there, there's writing, there's listening, there's speaking. You can really cater your BaseLang classes to be kind of what you need. They have the BaseLang curriculum, which is a really strong curriculum. It'll take you through all of the different verb conjugations and tenses. It'll take you through just many different things throughout the different levels. But you can also say, hey, you know what, today I just need to practice conversation. I got into this conversation with someone and I had no idea what to say. Can you help me figure out some vocabulary or some sentences I could use in these sort of settings? It's that you can cater it that much to what you really need, which is pretty phenomenal. And you're one-on-one with a tutor. So this isn't a class of people, this is just you. And so it's a pretty great way to be able to kind of, create your own curriculum for yourself, but with the guidance of people who know what they're doing. So the teachers are amazing. I have loved all my teachers. You can create your own favorite teacher, and so you can kind of book out with them a couple days earlier than you can with anybody else. And so I've had my same favorite teacher since I think like the first week. And that was months ago, and he's still my favorite teacher. And we've become friends. We know about each other's lives because we tell each other about things in Spanish. And so it's just been so fun to just get to know people in Colombia and Venezuela, and get to know things about their culture. Just it's so exciting to be able to have friends in different places and really learn about those different cultures. So it's totally worth that. And I have more than gotten my money's worth out of it. I try to have class at least once a day. When it's summer and I'm not teaching, I can do it for an hour, sometimes 2 hours. So I'll book like 4 classes because they're in half-hour increments. And you can do it. Sometimes I've done it with one person for 2 hours, or I might say, well, I can do 1 hour with this person and 1 hour with this person. It kind of depends on schedule. It just kind of depends on lots of things. But it's very flexible. You can pretty much at any time you can go on and you can find a class available. If I decided, it's almost 2:15, if I said, at 2:30, I want to be able to take a class right now, I could go on and say, okay, at 2:30, I'm finding a teacher and I start the class. Or I can have it booked out a few days in advance so that I can kind of plan around it and decide, I want this teacher or whatever. And so that's really been really helpful too. It has just been such a great opportunity. You will be hard pressed to find something where you really practice your speaking skills as much as you can with BaseLang, because there's just there's so many opportunities to speak. Also your listening skills, to be able to listen to somebody. I've had Spanish only speaking teachers. That was super intimidating at the beginning, but it's really cool because it really makes you go, okay, I can't fall back on my English. So what am I going to do here? And so it helps with your listening skills. And so that has been great. And I've had teachers who have given me, ideas for self-study. Okay, so have you ever thought about reading the news on this website? And then this is what you could do when you're reading it. Here's some ideas to help you really kind of comprehend it better, and practice reading it out loud and different things like that. That the teachers are willing to just do whatever they can for you, to help you really know, like, this is what you need. This isn't maybe the same as what somebody else needs, but this is what you need. And they have all been phenomenal. And I have really, really enjoyed everything about BaseLang. There's no hesitation. I've recommended it to lots of people. I have no hesitation. If cost is an issue, just try it out. Try it out. There's a money-back guarantee. And just see if you feel like it would be beneficial for you. But I would highly recommend it, as like I said, I already have to a lot of my friends. I've recommended it to other teachers. If you're learning Spanish, this is the way I would do it. I love that it's really specific, that you can only learn Spanish on BaseLang. You're not going to learn other languages, but that's what I love about it. It's very focused on, this is for Spanish speaking and learning. And so if you want to learn Spanish, this is the best way to do it. I honestly feel that. And so I've loved my time with BaseLang. It has taught me so much. And I feel like I'm a much more confident person in my all of my across the board reading and speaking and writing and listening because of BaseLang. So I am very appreciative for the time here, and I highly recommend it to anyone. Thank you. Gracias. Adios.